Have you ever wondered why simply standing up from a chair or walking across the room can sometimes feel like a marathon, especially as the years roll by? Many people believe it is an unavoidable fate of growing older, but is it really just about age? Or could hidden factors in your daily diet be quietly diminishing your leg strength and independence? Today, we are going to shed light on the top 5 foods that may be undermining your mobility, and we will also explore practical ways to avoid their pitfalls. I am so glad you decided to spend this time investing in your well-being. Trust me, this journey might surprise you. By the end of this video, you will discover how certain items in your pantry could be the biggest culprits, stealing your energy, weakening your muscles, and chipping away at your confidence. Stay tuned to learn how to reclaim that steady step and continue enjoying the activities you love. Before we dive into each problematic food, I want you to imagine a more vibrant future. One in which you climb stairs without that nagging discomfort or fatigue, where you greet each new day with a strong sense of balance. If this vision appeals to you, then stick around, because these 5 foods might be standing in the way of that freedom. And a quick question for you. Which meal of the day do you think secretly has the greatest impact on your leg health? Some folks suspect it is lunch, others think it is dessert. Let me know in the comments below which one you believe does the most damage to your mobility. I am excited to see your thoughts. Processed sugar may seem like just a simple indulgence that sweetens life. You put a spoonful in your morning coffee, munch on a cookie after dinner, or grab a donut for a quick energy boost. The taste delivers immediate satisfaction. But have you ever paused to think about the long-term costs on your legs? As we age, the simple pleasure of sugar can become a powerful enemy. Whenever you consume processed sugar, your blood sugar levels spike. Then they drop. This up and down pattern can trigger significant inflammation throughout your body, including those all-important muscles, joints, and bones that keep you upright. Chronic inflammation acts like an invisible saboteur, wearing down cartilage in your knees and hips, leaving you more prone to stiffness and tenderness. Maybe you have experienced that heavy sensation in your calves after a particularly sugary treat. That feeling is not just in your head. Your body literally struggles to supply essential nutrients when too much sugar enters the bloodstream. Over time, insulin resistance may develop, meaning your muscles stop utilizing important building blocks like amino acids. This not only weakens your muscles but might also accelerate muscle loss. How can you transform this issue? Start by swapping out refined sweets for natural options. Consider reaching for fresh berries or a small piece of dark chocolate. Another tip: incorporate fruit-sweetened yogurt instead of grabbing pastries loaded with fructose. Simple adjustments go a long way. Not only do they help stabilize blood sugar, they also provide vitamins and antioxidants that support healthy muscles. Even something as simple as reading labels on sauces and dressings can make a drastic difference. So let me ask you, how often do you find yourself reaching for a quick sugar fix in the middle of the day? Let me know below if you are ready to cut back or if you have a favorite natural alternative that gives you the sweetness you crave without the drawbacks. Because when you reduce excess processed sugar, your legs can begin to reclaim their strength, your energy remains more consistent, and you minimize that nagging discomfort that slows you down. Picture this scene for a moment. You walk into your favorite restaurant, and the irresistible smell of fried chicken or crispy fries hits you. It is nostalgic, warm, and in many ways comfort personified. But is it worth sacrificing your mobility? Fried foods are notorious for their trans fats. These are like silent wrecking balls that fuel rampant inflammation, leading to extra pounds and more strain on your joints. Think about your knees. They endure about 4 times your body weight with each step you take. If you add even a few extra pounds from regularly indulging in fried meals, that stress multiplies. Over time, cartilage wears out faster, making every movement, even standing from the couch, more challenging. Meanwhile, that sizzling deep-fried goodness can also compromise blood circulation, leaving your muscles starved of vital nutrients and oxygen. Imagine noticing a loss of agility each time you climb stairs. That slowdown could be caused in part by oils that have been cooked at high temperatures and chemically altered. Once consumed, these fats can contribute to ongoing fatigue in your legs. One practical switch is to choose grilling or baking when possible. Instead of dunking chicken in a vat of oil, marinate it with herbs and roast it. You can still get a satisfying texture without the harmful side effects. Another idea, if you love something crispy, try air frying. Yes, the taste differs slightly, but it retains that crunch with far fewer unhealthy fats. Let me know if you have tried such cooking methods. Sharing your experiences might inspire another viewer to make the same positive shift. Every time you are tempted by the aroma of deep-fried delights, pause. Ask yourself whether a moment of taste is worth days or weeks of soreness. That small reflection could be the stepping stone to healthier cooking, stronger legs, and a future where you are free to move without constant aches. Now let us turn to another hidden threat that many of us keep in the fridge. Think about pre-packaged deli slices, bacon sizzling on a Sunday morning, or hot dogs at a casual cookout. These may be part of our fond memories, but processed meats can take quite a toll on your lower body strength if they become too common in your routine. Salt and chemical preservatives are often the biggest offenders lurking in these products. High sodium levels contribute to water retention. Your ankles and calves might swell, causing you to feel heavier and less stable on your feet. Excessive salt also impairs circulatory health, making it harder for your muscles to get the nutrients they need to function properly. There is also a concern about nitrates and other additives found in many processed meats. These substances can stimulate chronic inflammation, further damaging your mobility. With persistent inflammation, your joints can start feeling stiff, leading to a reluctance to engage in regular walks or gentle exercise. Before you know it, your muscle mass begins to diminish, compounding leg weakness. But do not worry, you do not have to give up tasty sandwiches entirely. You could choose fresh, lean cuts of turkey or chicken you cook at home, slice them up and store them for quick meals rather than relying on factory-processed deli options. Another choice, tofu or bean-based alternatives, can be seasoned to mimic many of the flavors you love, minus the harmful chemicals. Perhaps you might prepare a homemade turkey bacon using lighter seasonings, thus enjoying the flavor with far less sodium. Let us pause for a moment. How often do you include processed meats in your weekly meal plan? Be honest with yourself. Maybe it is time to try a new approach, even if it means experimenting with new recipes. If you have discovered a great replacement for bacon or deli slices, feel free to share it. Your input could encourage someone else to make a shift toward fresher, nourishing options. Imagine sprinkling salt on your breakfast eggs, adding a dash to your soup at lunch, and rounding out dinner with sauces packed with more salt. Over time, these pinches and dashes add up. Your legs can bear the brunt of it all. High sodium intake leads to fluid retention, which often manifests as swelling in the feet, ankles, or even the lower calves. And that puffiness is not merely a surface-level nuisance. It is a red flag that your body is off balance. Once there is too much fluid in your system, circulation is hindered. Tissues become dehydrated in some places while overloaded in others. This disparity results in muscle fatigue and less resilience when you try to walk or climb stairs. Over months or years, chronically elevated sodium can also disrupt your bone health, potentially increasing the risk of fractures. We might ask ourselves, how did salt turn into such a challenge? Partly because of hidden sources. Many canned soups, pre-made sauces, bread, cheeses, and snack foods pack massive amounts of sodium, even if they do not taste particularly salty. Try scanning the nutrition labels in your pantry one day. You might be surprised by how quickly the sodium content accumulates. What should you do? One idea is to enhance flavor with herbs and spices like basil, oregano, cumin, or smoked paprika, rather than reaching for the salt shaker every time. Another tip is to buy low sodium or no salt added versions of your favorite foods, from broths to beans. And if you enjoy a good pickle or salted cracker, maybe switch to a lightly salted variation or reduce portion sizes. Small changes can result in significant improvements for your leg health. Is it hard to imagine your food tasting good without a heavy hand of salt? You might be astonished by how quickly your palate adapts to gentler seasonings, and your legs will thank you in the long run as you experience less swelling, greater ease of movement, and an overall sense of vitality. When you slice into that fluffy white bread or fix a quick plate of standard pasta, it may feel comforting, a nod to childhood or simpler times. Yet, refined grains can work against you. Without the bran and germ layers, these carbohydrates are rapidly converted into glucose, leading to blood sugar surges that sap your energy and feed inflammation. Picture your leg muscles as engines that need steady fuel. When your bloodstream becomes flooded with simple carbs, you get a brief boost but then crash. Your energy lags and your muscles do not receive the consistent support they crave. This roller coaster effect can weaken your endurance. Maybe you find you cannot walk as far as you used to, or your legs feel like they weigh more than usual. Also, refined carbs often lack key nutrients like fiber, vitamins, and minerals, which are crucial for muscle repair and bone integrity. Their absence may magnify inflammation, making joint aches more pronounced. Over time, your joints might lose lubrication, and even minimal activities can feel burdensome. Looking for solutions, you can opt for whole grain breads, brown rice, quinoa, or oats. These supply steadier energy, helping maintain muscle functionality throughout the day. Another approach is to balance your plate by pairing complex carbs with protein and healthy fats. For instance, try a whole wheat wrap filled with grilled chicken and avocado. Think about how your body feels after a meal based on complex carbohydrates versus one dominated by refined flour. Chances are you will notice a difference in stamina and less bloating in your legs. If you have ever found yourself crashing in the afternoon, you might be experiencing the aftermath of refined carbohydrate overload. Share in the comments if you have had success transitioning from white bread to whole grain versions. Your experiences can encourage others to step away from less wholesome starches. We have gone through 5 foods that can silently chip away at your leg strength. Processed sugar, fried temptations, processed meats, high sodium products and refined carbs. Each one poses a unique threat, from fueling inflammation to adding extra pounds that stress your knees. Yet knowledge is power. By recognizing these culprits, you can start to reclaim your mobility. Think back for a moment. Did any particular food strike a chord with you? Did you realize that your routine might revolve around sweets? Or perhaps you spotted how high sodium sources have become a regular part of lunch or dinner. This is your chance to reshape those patterns. Begin small. Swap out 1 or 2 items in your pantry or reduce portion sizes. Any step, no matter how modest, moves you closer to stronger legs and a brighter future. Sometimes the biggest obstacle is the assumption that it is too late. Let us dispel that belief. Countless individuals in their 60s, 70s and beyond have regained vitality by making wiser dietary choices. Visualize waking up with less stiffness, taking a joyful walk in the park with friends, or ascending the stairs at home without hesitation. These images are not fantasies. They can be your reality when you commit to nurturing your muscles, joints, and bones. Your legs are your foundation. They carry you through daily tasks, connect you with loved ones, and grant you the freedom to do the things that bring you joy. Why let a handful of harmful foods steal that away? You are never too old to make a beneficial shift. By focusing on nourishment rather than empty calories, you preserve your independence. I am curious, which of these 5 foods do you feel is the most challenging to limit or replace in your daily life? Type your answer in the comments and let us know if you have any tips or tricks for cutting back. Also, if you found this information helpful, give this video a like. It is a simple gesture that helps more people discover valuable health guidance. Do not forget to subscribe if you want consistent, trustworthy tips to keep your mind and body in top shape. You never know whose life you might touch by sharing this, so pass it on to a friend or relative who could benefit. Each of us can make a difference in somebody else's wellness journey simply by spreading knowledge. Please keep in mind the insights you have heard here are for educational purposes. They do not replace professional medical advice. If you have an existing condition or concern, consult a healthcare provider who can help tailor recommendations to fit your personal needs. Think of this video as a stepping stone to a deeper conversation with your doctor or nutrition specialist. Consider journaling how your legs feel each day as you experiment with reducing certain foods. That simple record can be a powerful motivator. When you can actually see your progress documented, you will notice patterns you might otherwise miss. Perhaps your knees are less swollen in the mornings, or you can walk farther without pausing to rest. Tracking these improvements keeps you inspired to continue making healthier dietary decisions. Envision yourself maybe 6 months or a year from today, glancing back at this moment when you decided to reduce processed sugars, cut down on fried options, limit processed meats, watch your sodium, and embrace whole grains. Imagine how much better your legs might feel, how your posture could be stronger, and how your everyday tasks might become lighter. The best day to embark on that path is now. If you are comfortable, let us know in the comments one action you will take this week. Maybe you will skip the sugary dessert tonight, or perhaps you will replace your daily white bread toast with a whole grain version. Your example could spark motivation for others on the same quest. Thank you for staying until the end. That shows you care deeply about preserving and enhancing your mobility. We have walked through the hidden dangers of 5 common foods and uncovered practical alternatives to support healthier, more resilient legs. Ultimately, it is about living fully with the confidence to tackle each day. Each ingredient you avoid, each healthier swap you make, represents a personal commitment to your well-being and joy. And remember to keep the conversation going. If you tried something new or found a creative way to limit these harmful foods, share your victories. You will inspire fellow viewers who might be hesitating. Together, we can create a supportive space where seniors encourage each other to push past limitations and embrace a more active life. By following these guidelines, you will do more than protect your knees and ankles. You will set the stage for a vibrant, fulfilling future. Reflect on your progress, celebrate small wins, and build on them, because the power to move freely without pain is not just about aging gracefully, it is also about living fearlessly.